Good evening, Madam Chair, Vice Chair, all board members, and everyone here. On behalf of the EC department, I am presenting Maria Kane as a bilingual school psychologist, part-time. She is contract. I do want to say that we have released our other school psychologist contract, and we have done direct hires with that. So we are definitely celebrating our win. Maria Kane, again, is definitely needed for the district. She's bilingual. She will only be with us part-time, and she is her own owner, so it's just her. And she will be doing part-time work, which is needed for our students and families. And all our other school psychologists, again, we have been able to secure direct hires, no contracts.
So is she going to be working for all the schools like in the district? So when you say part-time, it's considered part-time?
She will probably do approximately up to maybe 15 cases per month. And anytime we need her to be a part of a meeting, to interpret a report, she will also be a part of those meetings as well.
Hey, do anyone have any questions from Ms. McLeod?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
So is this psychologist going to be jumping from school to school, or is there going to be a centralized location for the psychologist?
So the way it's organized, our school psychologists that just started with us that we got from Moore County, which is Morgan Strickland, which is our direct hire. Morgan will be serving pre-K through third grade, doing all of those psychological evaluations. And Maria Kane is going to come in. Plus, we just interviewed last week and secured for the next board meeting another school psychologist that we were able to get. They will serve all of our secondary. So we have one psychologist that we do pre-K, third grade, Maria, and this gentleman, hopefully that will be joining, hope he said yes. They will take the secondary. And we still have approximately 100 and some kids that we need to get back.
Mm-hmm. So do you have all your personnel covered this time?
Yes, ma'am. No, we literally only need one person, and that's a physical therapist assistant. But I'm just excited. I don't even, I'm just really emotional about where we are because it's great. Mm-hmm. It is extremely great. So every time I get a call, there's somebody that's saying, I want to come to Hope County. And trust me, it's not a contract. It is, I want to come to Hope County. We should be proud. We should be proud with the direction that this is going for our EC. I'm excited, just so excited. And your teachers are excited. I was with them all day today. And they are excited.
All right, so now we need one more, so yeah, insert the assistant.
That's it. This therapy assistant in every single EC position service that our students need, the whole county students have to.
Right.
I'm just excited, and I'm going to leave with you before I leave just some data that we took today at the end of our all-day EC professional development. That the teachers did a survey at the end. And I just thought this is some good information to share with you all about how they see EC. So I'm gonna leave that with you all.
So Madam Chair, when you're doing that I just want to ask the breakdown here. You got $100, $600, $700. Based on how I'm reading this is per actual meeting with the student, and that will include the report of that meeting evaluation. Not to exceed over $155,000 per year.
That is correct. And if you just kind of want something to reflect on, our previous, school psychologist contract, hers was at $755 per contract at $170,000 a year. And she was full-time. So we didn't get much production.
So, last question, this is a part-time, contract, part-time, X amount of hours. Is this contract going to be able to fulfill the need for students?
Absolutely, with the team, because what we're doing is building a school psychology team.
Okay.
Team. So no one person can do it. We've got too many students in district that need services. And the goal is, you have to have a goal. So our goal is to be 90% compliant by December 1. That's when our next child comes. So it takes work. You can't do it if you don't have the staff. So building a school psychology team. So that's what this is about. We will have 2 full-time direct hire school psychologists, and then Maria King will also come in as our part-time bilingual school psychologist. So I've talked to them extensively, asking what their expectations.
And how many, school psychologists are allocated to us from the state? Because that's been kind of relatively new in the last few years, to be able to have that allocated separately to a district.
Yeah, so, right now, we're looking at least 2 to 3 to be able to, be allocated through the state for school psychologists. And I think the great thing is the fact that, again, not contract, direct hires.
Who's gonna give us some data? Who's gonna give us some data?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You did.
I'll remember next time.
Shit, I was just.
So, Ms. McClellan, you were saying that it was 100 and something kids that needed to be tested? You guys? You saying it was 100 and something kids that had to be evaluated?
Yes.
So when you first came, what was that number?
When I got here February 13th, we were at 19%. We are at 35 on, I think, 8%. But let me tell you, don't be alone. Be alone. But you gotta keep in mind, school psychology staffing didn't change.
No.
We were still operating on one school psychologist that was working 2 days a week. It's hard to move the data with one person working 2 days. And so, we knew we had to keep looking, keep searching, so that we could get our children, evaluated. So we do have a plan in place for when these school psychologists continue to come. We have to get our kids that have never been evaluated in 2020, so that they know that that's proper. So we have met and we have a whole spreadsheet with all of that information on there that they have to get our kids that have never been evaluated since that is proper.
Madam Chair, you need a motion?
Yes. And what you have in front of you with the graph, that's the teacher feedback from this afternoon. We had them to do a quick survey at the end of our professional development that we did today. And that was just, I was reading some of the comments before I left the office, and I said this would be just great information to just share to let you all know. This is from the EC teachers, EC teacher assistants, and PCAs programs.
And down to the bilingual psychologist, part-time position. Contract.
Okay, again, I should hear you.
I move to approve the bilingual psychologist contract.
Motion on the floor to approve the bilingual contract. Can I get a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. McLeod.
Thank you all.
You're doing a good job. I'm glad you came back home. You're doing a great job turning things around. Appreciate it.